USDCHF. Now we are based on daily chart. Okay, as we can see, based on the daily chart, still we are within the correction. Now the question is how deep this one can go. First of all, we look up to this low. We see whether it can move to this. Then from there we can make a decision for the continuation, or the price from here can reverse. But right now we don't have much information and we cannot trade based on daily chart. In this case we move to forward chart. Okay, before that we refer back to my last video when we analyzed the chart when the price was here, that I mentioned that one of the possibilities we get this. That means the price can drop, but I mentioned that we are not interested in the down move because of the possibility when we get the trade set up in terms of the risk and reward doesn't give us a good trade. Okay, see, we couldn't get this down move. The only way we could trade was this. Okay, in terms of the risk and reward, if you put your stop loss there, is not a good idea. That means this trade is not really good trade for us. We can trade it, but that's why we in the this kind of the trade in the analyzer we don't mention. That's why I mentioned we are not interested within this, because I highlight if even there is a trade, maybe we get somewhere around the middle. Okay, and that just I want to mention why sometimes I mention we are not interested even the price drop. Okay, and the second thing was we see we can look for buy, but when the price was here we mentioned the price should drop. Okay, that means there was no buy setup as well. Now the things is what's the next. As we can see, the price drop, break this low with the divergence. Okay, because in my last video we say we are more interested the price drop, then we look for the up move. But right now we don't have any information about the up move. And know the only things is we need to know how deep this one can go. Okay, do we have any trade set up for the down move? We don't have it. We need to wait. The only time we can confirm to look for the down move or for the trade if we get a correction. If there is a continuation, we leave it. Do we have any trade for the up move? Not yet. Okay, in this case we move to 1 hour chart again. Based on the 1 hour chart, also I want to refer to my last video. You see the price drop, there was no possibility we take this trade based on the analysis, because when we analyze the chart the price was here. From what we have it, the down move possibility was not there. I mean, the possibility the price drop was there, we analyze, but whether that we can get a trade or not. That's why I mentioned we don't want this trade, because the only things we couldn't get this, the only things was this, which is we say, that's why I mentioned we are not interested. Okay, how about the buy setup when the price was here? I mentioned if the only times we can buy with the price move up, come down, we get the flat, then from there we can look for buy. We didn't get the buy setup as well. As we can see, the price break the top with the divergence. Okay, now how we can trade this? As I mentioned, if the price continue, we don't trade it. The only times we trade, we look for sell if we get the correction. Then from there we make a decision, and right now we don't have any buy setup. In this case we just stay away. We leave the, we don't trade unless I give it sometimes. Then if we get a correction confirmation, we see which direction we can go, down move or up move, then from there we take the trade. In this case we just follow the chart. If I see an update or any trade setup, I will share in the group. Thanks.